It's June, which means someone you know is getting married and maybe being annoying about it, a little bit. And that person is most definitely not you, right? No way. Anyway, because it's June, you may already be sick of weddings, but these 6 sci-fi ones are worth talking about. This one, on the zany sci-fi comedy from the creators of The Simpsons, is both one of the most heartfelt and most straight-up bizarre weddings in genre history. After 10 seasons in the series finale, Frey finally decides to take the next step with Leela. But because this is a comedy show, it doesn't work out exactly as planned when Frey messes with time, eventually resulting in all of time being frozen, aside from the two of them. They get married, staging their frozen in time friends all around, and spend an entire life together growing old. Time gets fixed, and they get to go back and spend life together again, but without any memory of their time-displaced life. That's 2 forevers. Those vows are for real. After a 30-year relationship that included deaths, possessions, marrying clones, and an alternate future timeline daughter, these founding X-Men finally tied the knot in X-Men number 30, a 1994 issue by Fabian Nicieza and Andy Kubert. It was a major comics event with trading cards, activity books, and all the mutant guest stars you could possibly fit into one issue. While their wedding wasn't marred by the typical everything goes insane when a supervillain attacks, it did result in the single weirdest honeymoon possible. Scott and Jean's consciousnesses traveled through time into clone bodies thousands of years in the future to raise Scott's son Cable, who he had with Jean's clone. Awkward. Guys, just go to Paris like everyone else. Jeez. You are cordially invited to this season 6 episode, which brought the Klingon man Worf and the Trill woman Jadzia Dax together in holy matrimony. After bonding over Klingon traditions and, well, an implied rough sexual relationship, they got married in Quark's bar with none of Worf's Star Trek The Next Generation friends present, something that rubbed a lot of fans the wrong way. Sadly, this one's another tragedy, as Jadzia died in the same season. In the closing moments of episode 2, the secret marriage of Padme Amidala and Anakin Skywalker took place on Naboo, with the young Jedi breaking the Jedi Code in the process. C-3PO and R2-D2 were the only witnesses outside the officiant. And also, Padme's like way older than Anakin, which is something that no one talks about, and I would love to get that convo started below, so go for it. And one could argue, of course, that this was the beginning of the end for Anakin. Going against the Jedi Code, he began his descent into the dark side that would lead him to become Darth Vader. Fun trivia: Attack of the Clones is the longest of all 7 episodes so far by 2 minutes. So, if you had 7 TVs and you started all the movies at the same time, the last 2 things you'd see are Darth Vader's rise at the end of Revenge of the Sith and the marriage of Anakin and Padme at the very end of it all. Poetic. And also a very time-consuming thing to do. Just trust me. Don't ever go to a Game of Thrones wedding, okay? Listen to me. They're awful. When it comes to Game of Thrones, just send your regrets if you're ever invited to a wedding. Really, why are they still going to each other's weddings? The first one we saw was the Dothraki wedding of Khal Drogo and Daenerys Targaryen, and as we're told, a Dothraki wedding without at least 3 deaths is considered a dull affair. And yeah, there's murder and other stuff too, like right there in front of them. Whoa. The Red Wedding saw a total massacre, including the pregnant Talisa Stark. The Purple Wedding ended in the poisoning death of the groom Joffrey. And let's just skip Sansa and Ramsay's wedding, huh? Let's just not go. Okay, let's get that bad taste out of our mouths with one genuinely romantic moment, please. The season finale of the 6th modern series of Doctor Who saw River and the Doctor get married right in the middle of a crazy crisis. 2 time travelers, one born hundreds of years before, the other who had her love story told completely out of order, came together in one beautiful moment. River also became the extremely rare person to know the Doctor's real name. And all of us Whovians just became big ol' weepy messes. I mean, isn't love grand? That's a wedding. That is a wedding. Oh, not this murder stuff, George R.R. Martin. Ugh. So what sci-fi wedding would you want to attend? If you say Bionic Ever After because you want to see the $6 million man marry the Bionic Woman, then please invite us. Please.